Good day, everyone. So we have already tackled the case 1 and case 2 of our linear homogeneous differential equation, wherein for our case 1, we have a distinct real roots, and for our case 2, we have repeated roots. And the general solution for the two is given by these terms as we can recall. So for now, let's have another example. Um, if we want to solve a differential equation with, say, y, okay, so we have the third derivative of y minus 8y double prime plus 16y prime is equal to 0. Okay, so using the differential operator d, okay, we can transform this differential equation into d cube minus 8y squared plus 16y, I mean, sorry, 8d squared plus 16y, I mean, d, 16d, y is equal to 0. And uh, if we get the auxiliary equation, we have m cubed minus 8m squared plus 16m is equal to 0. And then what we do is we find the roots. So we find the roots by simplifying this auxiliary equation, um, usually by by factoring these terms. Since we have uh, m, both have m, so factor out m. So what we have now is m squared minus 8m plus 16 is equal to 0. And we can still further factor this out. So we have uh, m, so we have minus 4 and minus 4, right? So please check this uh, answer. So we have here m, m minus 4, m minus 4, or m minus 4 squared. Okay. So by simplifying this and by getting the root, by equating all these terms into 0, so we have, first we have m is equal to 0. And then for this one, we have m minus 4 is equal to 0, or m is equal to 4. And lastly, same, we have m minus 4 is equal to 0, or m is equal to 4. So we have, as you can see, we have, say, let's call it m sub 1. So we have 0. And then for m sub 2, we have 4. And for m sub 3, we have also 4. So we have this distinct, and we have these 4 as repeated roots. So if you have these, like the combination of the case 1 and case 2, then we can still use these general equations. So once again, recall our roots are m1 is equal to 0, m2 is equal to m3 is equal to 4. Okay, so since we have um, distinct root by having this 0, so we copy this part, so we have c sub 1 e, so our m sub 1 is 0, 0x plus C sub 2, continue the numbering of your constant. Then we have, since we have another root which is 4, then start to this one but use the C2 as continuation or as another constant. Okay, so C2 e to the 4x plus this term with x. So we have c sub 3 x e to the 4x. Okay. So again, we have c sub 1 e to the 0x, and for this term, for the repeated root, we need to start from this term, but instead of using c1, because we already have c1 here, let's use another constant and call it c2. Okay, but the rule still applies. So we have c2 e, the first repeated root that will appear, so we have e raised to 4x, and then c3. Now we have x here and then e to the 4x. So simply we have, so e raised to 0 is equal to 1. So we have c1 plus c2 e to the 4x plus c3x e to the 4x, and so on and so forth. So now this will be our general solution for the given differential equation. So now what if we have, say, in eight, eighth order, say, we have roots uh, m1 is equal to negative 1, m2 is equal to 0, m3 is equal to, say, 2, m4 is equal to 2, m5 is equal to 4, m6 is equal to 7, m7 is equal to 7, and m8 is equal to 7. What if we have this set of roots? What would be our general equation? So by analyzing these roots, so we have one, two, three distinct roots, and we have these repeated roots. Okay, so we have need to apply um, our general rule for, the general equation for case 1 and 2. So in this term, we have y is equal to um, c sub 1 e raised to negative x. So as well as for this one, we have c sub 2 e uh, 0x. For this term, since we have a repeated root, so we have c sub 3 e to the 2x and c sub 4 e to the, x e to the 2x. So in this term, we have a distinct root, so we have c sub 5 e to the 4x, and then for these last repeated roots, So we have c sub 6. You just continue the numbering of your arbitrary constant. So c sub 6, we have e raised to 7x, and then c sub 7 e raised to, since this is repeated, so we need to add x, e to the 7x, and c sub 8, n minus 1, so we have x squared e raised to 7x. Okay, so from first root will appear, so we have no x but e raised to 7x, and re by repeated once, so we have x c7x e to the 7x, and the third time, so we have x squared e to the 7x. Okay, or if we can simplify this further, so this term we have, since the common for the 3 is the e to the 7x, we can factor this out. Then these three terms, we have c sub 6, c sub 6 plus c sub 7x plus c sub 8x squared multiplied by e to the 7x. And for this one, we have c sub 3 plus c sub 4x multiplied by e raised to 2x. Okay, so as you can see, if since we have two sets of repeated roots here, and then each set will repeat the rule from the start. So you need to start from e to the 2x, and then on the next part x will appear, and so on and so forth. And for this another set of repeated roots, then you need to start again from e raised to the root times x, and then x will appear, and then x squared will appear, and then x cubed, x squared, so on and so forth. Okay, so all in all, if we write this, the general solution is that y is equal to c sub 1 e negative x plus this term, since this is 1, so plus we have c sub 2 plus this term here, c sub 3 plus c sub 4x multiplied by e raised to 2x plus this term here, c sub 5 e 4x plus this last term, which is c sub 6 plus c sub 7x plus c sub 8x squared multiplied by e raised to 7x. So all in all, this is our general solution if we have roots like this. Okay.